Commentators think it is over to game number 3 between Secret and Liquid with Capitalist and Blitz.
Fitting that our panel is a little bit split on this decision. It's currently the series is tied up 1-1. My co-caster Blitz, you're seeing the draft now, and the crowd is already going wild for TC. Why not? But what do you think about the draft? The time being aggressive. Highlight is going to be able to share in this neutrals.
Giving us the last hit.
We do have Jerix coming in from behind. Weeha is forced to join his support, but it's going to be a 3 versus 1 here. All they have to do is catch Pi, but Liquid are instead trying to go with Wee. That's a more important kill. And Wee's got really no way out of this one. The Furion's actually going to TP in. Starts going for Kuro. Kuro is actually going to be the first one here. As Highlight comes back, they only need one more right click the bottle. Oh, a little bit more. They will be able to get that first blood. Weeha draws Liquid away, successfully escapes. Well, the rest of Secret claimed that first blood. This fight could have been a lot different. Misery time. Oh my God, he actually gets it. Now he's going to be stunned up. He might be comboed down as the toss goes back. They should be able to kill Highlight here, but they're already putting pressure on Kuro as Misery threatens him as fast as possible, but can't quite get the kill.
Oh, that was a huge mistake from Liquid, as Liquid cannot really contest right now. They expected to have a much stronger laning phase, especially with this cute footprint that they did. They're going to make a go for Wee.
They have the haste rune on Kuro. They might be able to run down Wee. They managed to get the toss on him. They have Misery here, but he doesn't have a scrounge instead. Oh, the body block might actually kill onto, but still, they have the tether. Kuro, he's going to be glimpsed back. Still has the haste rune, but a few more seconds. Connect field just walk him in though. Kuro tethers back out though, all the way over to Mataba Man. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mind Control is being run down by Puppy as well as the Blink. Looks like Mind Control, he's going to be going in deep for this kill. They might be able to get it too. Mind Control just needs a little bit more space, but he can't quite get it. Jerix is here for the response now as Puppy runs out of that scorched earth. He should be dying as the right clicks will come in. Kuro's going to help get part of the experience. And the small little Doomlings start threatening Jerix. They're tiny, just now hitting 27 CS. Not the position they really hope to be with this cute little pull that they were doing earlier on. Looks like they might try and fight this one. Highlight has a little bit will be able to get Kuro. They have the tether out, but it looks like it's just not going to be fast enough. He has to roll through the meatball, which ends in his demise. Now Mataba Man takes a little bit of extra damage off the top as Misery pushes him out.
The numbers game every single time for Secret is he's going to toss the creep forward on a Highlight die, but not a finishing move whatsoever.
Wasn't quite enough.
First Ravage of the game is so crucial for Tidehunter's Cap, especially with the way that the game has gone. And it's top. Jerix is going to get doomed. Did not expect Puppy to be level 6.
And Sunstrike comes in. It's not actually going to land, but they still have enough damage to kill Jerix easily.
They're going to make their way up top, but they don't have any gap closing. And again, Secret, they're just going to get away with this. The top tower looks like it's going to go down too. It's already dropping to 400 HP. Misery's going to back himself away.
Gets the invis rune, but is he actually going to go in there? The counter one is laid out. They're going to turn on the Mind Control, but he spotted out the Roshan attempt. He is going to be controlled up by the Sprout. Oh, and Weeha takes him off, but can they actually get here in time to be able to stop this Roshan?
They really need to. This is not one you want to give away, especially to a Clinks who's already done so much damage.
But at the same time, if they force a fight here and Secret win it, Secret will still take the Roshan and all that extra experience to level 6 too. Prada's getting kited around. He's being cold snapped up. Eternal Envy gets a couple more pod shots off, but Kuroki is sitting in the back, healing him up.
They should be able to spot this war too, as Liquid now make their move into the Roshan pit, but they don't have the Ravage up from Mind Control quite yet.
They don't have the heroes to easily be able to tank up Roshan for free.
The good news for Liquid is that their Tide is out-leveling the Nature's Prophet, but even then...
Jerix, he's smoked over here. He's by himself. They will be able to get a relocate though. They should be able to finish off Misery quite easily. The combination makes the scoreboard now 6-3.
Yeah, they're going to flatten him. And the Summer Man does have the drums, but again, it's just that an okay item progression, but it's just that everybody else is able to farm so much.
They have another relocate coming up in 2 seconds. They drop the counterboard, but Eternal Envy sneaks right past it. That would have been such a big pickup for Liquid at the time, but...
Yeah, Jerix is just waiting at the entrance of the jungle. 3 heroes set up in mid right now, as everybody just continues to farm for Secret. And Liquid, they're going to feel pressured just because nothing's happening on the map, and Secret has a better late game.
Maybe Puppy is going to tank the relocate instead. He's got so much HP though. 1200, plus he's got backup. I think Secret knows what's going to be happening here. He gets off the score clear. This is going to be a full limit Pearl Envy here. They're going to throw in the combination. They do successfully kill, but Static Storm is going to be able to pull up on top of it. He has nothing left, but Pearl Envy's exposed. He's been taken up and will be taken out by Fada. Next up, Highlight Die, but he's going to join towards the Misery. Came back, actually saves Pearl, but now they get the Wolf back. But Pearl's still alive. Misery's fighting up against Fada, but he can't quite get that kill. Either the Sunstrike misses. And Team Secret, I don't know if they had that planned out, but all the plans in the world doesn't stop Liquid from taking that fight.
Midas and just the superior laning phase, but Liquid are steadily catching up.
They're going to look for mid, but Tapa Man's the target. They're going to try and clip some back. Kuro is going to go for the reload. He's saved, but it's not in time. And now Kuro, he may be sacrificed as well, as Secret are just going to surround this tier 1 tower. He needs to be able to get a tether target. My Control's making his way over for that one. The tether out. Oh, the cold snap's making it too hard for him to be able to get away. The Met comes through, but it's still not enough. The damage from Eternal Envy just pops the Squishy Wisp, and Secret will rotate from that, taking a tier 1 tower objective straight into the Roshan pit. Secret have just won back everything they lost earlier if they can take Roshan. But at the time, Fada being scattered out deep inside the Roshan jungle by Eternal Envy. This is not the place to be, Fada. He's going to need to save himself somehow with his OG. Nobody's flying up. He can run in with Ravage, but he knows he's backed out immediately. He's like, nope, that is not the play. There's no way they can save Fada. He's just in a bad position. And Secret worry about a Ravage in a team fight if they set it up correctly.
Oh, Envy's thinking about it. Kind of worried that this might be a trap, but
I mean, he probably 3 shots Kuro. Yeah.
Maybe not even 4, you're right. With the medallion.
It's only got 2 armor.
Everybody making their way over.
Make their way over. 1, 2, 3. It is going to be enough. But Tumble Man's now on his way up, and he's going to be crunched back. They have the Static Storm plus the control from Cold Snap. Holy cow, that minus armor from Forge Spears plus Desolator makes short work of both the Tiny and the Wisp.
Everybody from Liquid heading down to this bottom lane.
Dagger only sitting at 1300 net worth.
They're not going to be able to save either of their supports with this BKB pickup from Eternal Envy. Secret are just going to get the numbers advantage too quickly in the fights. The Doom will take 1 hero out, the Clinks will take the other 2 out.
Oh, Fada is so desperate to try and force this fight. He's going to start charging forward. They have to be low coming in. They're going to try and blow up Humpy for the Duke until the outlet's already put on the floor. They get the flip back, and oh my god, the Humpy Man's already gone. They have the second line coming in, but Eternal Envy's just ripping Liquid apart. They get the flip back from the OD. He looks like he will escape, but Mind Control's not going to be as lucky. They still have a glimpse up in 2 more seconds, but that may not even be required. As Weave, as well as Misery, jump themselves forward to make sure Mind Control has no hopes of escaping. Liquid successfully blow up the Doom, but they just seem desperate.
Liquid can maybe turn this around. It's just this BKB pickup from Envy is so brutal, and we haven't even seen it. Weehaw really enter the fights yet.
And again, these folks, well, they're a bit lucky that Misery blinks up the cliff straight into them. We're just about to finish that sentence and say that Liquid's smokes have been particularly ineffective. But a pickoff on Misery is okay.
He can just blow up instantly.
Once again, a double damage on Eternal Envy, right as Liquid are going into the jungle. Eternal Envy's going to be scouted out. They're going to try and roll up. They're going to do something. So sneaky. And now the Static Storm. They disrupt everything. They're looking for all the team. They still manage to pull the Clinks. But this is going to be worse than the fight was nasty. As Kuro is going to be blown out. He managed to get the Ghost Scepter up. So it's being Mind Control is going to go on to Misery. It looks like they should be able to get that kill as an Anchor Smash finish off. But they're sandwiched in. Wait on the right side. Popping up Highlight Die. Taking sure they go nowhere in this one, but Papa Man can't even finish off Puppy.
Puppy doesn't even die for this one. And it looked like a really good fight for half a second, but you saw how quickly Clinks killed Fada. Their inability to be able to burst them down made it so that the OD...
So when they do see it, they'll know somebody here from Team Liquid was here not so long ago. The Tornado is actually going to be able to catch the Skyhunter. They're going to be able to lock down Mind Control nice and fast. A quick Roshan bash actually stalls things up, but Mind Control is unlikely to be able to escape. It's the Purge slows them down long enough. They also have the glimpse back to make sure there is no hope for Team Liquid. And it seems like contesting Roshan is an impossibility.
Yeah, this is something that they're just going to have to give up on. Although, with the Dire side, this might have been something that they were really hoping to be able to pick up.
They're going to be going down. Eternal Envy pops the BKB defensively here. The Yule Scepter, the combination is going to come out from Weehaw and goes down the ice wall. Join them Tumble Man, who's now stuck against the kinetic field as well. He's going to be able to make the initiation required to make use of those buybacks. They still manage to get the jump in from Derek. They close up highlight guys. They're going to be able to pop him. And that is going to be the gem, so that was worth a bit more, but they need to be able to catch something else. Unfortunately, Puppy already has a BKB, so he just does that, uses the TP scroll to get back to base.
And Eternal Envy walking in here, seeing if there are any stragglers that he can just pick off. They committed the double buyback to it, and they managed to pick up the Disruptor.
It might not be a hero, but a straggler courier will be nice to have, as that's the AC down.
They needed that too. The armor helps out so much against the Clinks. And get the numbers going.
Bot is going to stick around too long. Oh, he actually gets a blink backwards, but the Blins trying to send him back. They do have the BKB, and Liquid will march back as a three-man crew. Jerix, he's actually going to be targeted. Has to go send the turns around. Gets the hex on the Puppy. Now the turnaround the Ravage. But Jerix actually takes it down. They're going to go for the farm on Puppy first. They do get him with the ultimate. The static one not enough to pull off Bada. They're protecting Eternal Envy as Weehawk comes forward with Deafening Blast to help finish off Jerix. He wants to be able to chase down the rest of these heroes as well. Unfortunately, Mind Control starts fighting up against Eternal Envy. It's quite low, but Tumpaman one swing isn't quite enough. The top 40 gets him in the end. That's a big kill from Tumpaman. He still has that Aegis. Team Secret will not turn and fight him.
Even with the Aegis, the Invoker does not want to commit there and
set up some sort of trap. Secret feel very confident about being able to push out the top lane multiple times because of that ward. Mid lane, Eternal Envy. He's actually going to start with a Diffuser Blade on him, a Tumpaman. They're going to go for the relocate out, which will be successful, but something hasn't been used. Still though, Mind Control being controlled up right now by Puppy with a Doom. They're also going to be joined by Misery. He can click down Derek, and Mind Control stuck inside the trees will also fall. They're going to be able to get thrown next up. Bill Chester, Meteor, Deafening Blast with the static storm over the top. Feels like overkill, but they've taken 3 of Liquid, so why the hell not?
And something so beautiful about Secret's lineup is that with both the Static Storm and the Doom, they have ways to permanently stop the tide. Like even the Kraken Shell, you can't really do much against either of those abilities.
Tumpaman still got his DKD. He's hoping to be able to actually get on top of Eternal Envy as best he can. The Bleed Man is doing okay, but he's actually taking too much. The OT actually drops the ultimate in the bottom lane. Going for Puppy will be able to get that one kill, but Tumpaman is being controlled up though. They have to go separate into the Sunstrike. He gets on the double stun. OG needs out. He's going to be imprisonment save. For the SP, they're Deafening Blast. It takes out the OD and Eternal Envy stays alive.
He played that so well. Eternal Envy might go down, but he gets the Ghost Walk off.
Oh no! They have to go for Weehaw instead, but they can't even get that much. Everyone from Secret surviving on just a sliver of HP.
And these two cores have delivered here at this major. They built up so much gold for themselves now too. Liquid, they've got 1 Rax left to contest with. No glyph available. The Triad army is being sent in. Played. There's almost nothing that Liquid can do to contest.
Yolner now finished up for the Furion. Puppy cutting across here, going from a Tumpaman. They have Burrow sitting on the side, ready to go with the relocate. But Puppy's actually going to try and stop that one. He managed to get the Doom onto Mind Control. While Burrow can't actually go for a relocate anywhere with BKB used on Tumpaman. That's how Weehawk's going to be able to strike Mind Control dead. And the Doom's going to be able to finish him off. Puppy goes way forward and will be the turnaround kill. Still though, they got a 2-for-1.
Misery's heading down bottom too. And it looks like Envy is also trying to join him. They just BKB.
The range track available. Oh, Eternal Envy's being controlled up. They need to be able to pop their BKB to be able to pop Eternal Envy. Looks like Jackie should go down, but Tumpaman might be the turnaround kills. That Meteor is causing so much havoc. Team Secret are not being controlled up as Weehaw's BKB lasts long enough for him to be able to get away. Bada jumps forward, going for Pylon Die next. Will be able to just right-click him down while Weehaw dances and dances and Misery is taking the melee rack. This has to be Bada controlling up these 2 heroes, but he just can't do it. He doesn't have the HP points, and Team Liquid do not have a buyback shield to support this one. Bada, the only one ready to go with the Wisp and the Night Hunter. He actually gets Misery here, but Weehawk with the defensive full scepter into the Ice Wall once again. Bada managed to get the imprison in. Jerix is coming forward, but he's already dropped so low for this extra damage, and Deafening Blast finishes him off. Weehawk has one shot, controls one, gets the other one, but he finishes it. He's back to the Sunstrike. Weehawk's just styling on them. The imprisonment is from Bada, but a tornado hits the blade time into the AMD. Weehawk is feeling himself, and he's just going to single-handedly win this game number 3 for Team Secret. Unbelievable performance by Weehawk as he is showing off on the main stage here in this grand final.
and 11 is the end score for him, but I'm even more impressed by how much Envy was able to accomplish in the way of map control. The amount of farm that he was able to get in the early game just made it so hard for Liquid to ever leave their base.
A game like this, as well as game one, just makes Team Secret look like a juggernaut that is unstoppable. But Team Liquid, they have to take game number 4 and game number 5 if they hope to be able to come out on top in this series. A hard ask, but that's something for our analysts to break down whether or not it's possible.
Come and get it.